Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. I'm your host, Juliet. To us, OC stands for our community because we believe our community thrives when we come together. This is a bilingual English and Vietnamese program dedicated to bridging the language and the cultural divide. We understand that these can be barriers to accessing quality education, healthcare, and services throughout the community. That's why we thank you for joining us each week on Tuesday evening on channel 56.10 and on Wednesday morning on channel 14.2. Today, we have a very special guest, Mr. Greg Johnson from LSLivingTrust, Little Saigon Living Trust, to talk to us about the importance of having a living trust and a will. Juliet kính chào quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV trong chương trình Kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội. Chương trình Kiến thức y khoa gia đình và xã hội là chương trình OC Health and Education. OC nói tắt là cho Our Community. Julie hy vọng cộng đồng của chúng tôi sẽ tiếp tục đồng kết nhau và gặp nhau mỗi tuần thứ ba lúc 7 giờ tối trên đài 56.10 và thứ tư trên đài 14.2. Julie hân hạnh mời quý khách Greg Johnson hôm nay. Greg Johnson là một người luật sư, hôm nay nói chuyện về Will and Living Trust. Greg, welcome to our show.
Good morning. Good morning. Nice to be here. Nice to see you.
Well, you know, Greg, I'm so excited to finally have a chance to sit down with you. I know in the community, you and I, crossed paths so many times.
Yeah.
But this is the first time we really get to sit down and learn about each other in our, our personal life. So can you talk to the audience and let them know who you are and what brought you to Little Saigon?
Well, I am probably one of the only people in Little Saigon right around here who looks like me. And it wasn't exactly my plan, but it turned out that way. I have a living trust business, and I started working here with a Vietnamese court interpreter about 10 or 11 years ago. And we did a trial together, and after the trial we decided we would share an office together. And one day she decided that she wanted to have her office in Little Saigon. And I said, where is Little Saigon? And she said, get in the car with me and I will show you. And so she and I drove down Bolsa, and I looked around and I asked her, I said, where am I? And she said, this is Little Saigon. You will like it here. Oh. And so we opened the office, and she had her interpreting business and I had my legal writing business. And it just developed over time.
And how long ago was this?
About 10 years. We opened the office in 2012, and I feel very comfortable here now. I like it.
Well, thank you so much, Greg, for sharing that. Thưa quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV, hôm nay Greg Johnson chia sẻ với chúng tôi đó là Greg và với một người bạn có mở cái trung tâm là Little Saigon Living Trust ở kế bên chỗ là Asian Garden Mall là Phước Lộc Thọ. Cũng có một cái trung tâm đây cũng 10 năm đã giúp rất nhiều người Việt Nam trong cộng đồng của mình. Greg, I just wanted to at least translate a little bit for some of our viewers here. That I just wanted to share that you've been here for at least 10 years and you service many Vietnamese families and the people just within the Orange County community.
Well, it's interesting in the Orange County community, but I have clients from San Diego to San Jose.
Wow.
And yesterday I had a client from San Francisco. Predominantly Vietnamese,
are you part Vietnamese by chance?
I don't think so. And it was not the place that I thought I would be coming, but it turned out that I've probably been happier here than any place I've ever been.
Oh, wow.
And I mean that. I mean that truthfully.
Yeah, and I think what it is that you have the trust of the Vietnamese community, and and they continue to come back to you, and I think that's really amazing to hear.
It is, and you have a community here. I feel that. I feel a community here, and I can go many places in Orange County and in Los Angeles, and I don't really feel a community, but I feel a community here. and there's a certain amount of warmth to that. And for example, now when you have the night markets across the street, I walk across there, and I'm typically the only guy who looks like me, but I see families there, and children, and I get a feeling of the community, and in a way I kind of feel a part of it.
And you definitely are.
I feel that I can relate to the community, and I like it. It's a very comfortable feeling.
Well, thank you.
I hope that it persists for a long time.
And we're so excited to have you continue to be part of this community.
Thank you.
Thưa quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV, hôm nay Greg Johnson chia sẻ với mình là Greg cũng có cái trung tâm Little Saigon LSLivingTrust cũng 10 năm trong cộng đồng Việt Nam của mình. And Greg nói đó là, Greg ở trung tâm ở khu đây thấy là giống như là community, là cái cộng đồng của mình á, rất có ý nghĩa, và cũng có tham dự nhiều chương trình trong cộng đồng của mình, giống như cái night market, cái hội chợ gì, thì rất là quen mến với cộng đồng của mình. I know, you're so familiar, and that you've probably been to more events in the Vietnamese community and seen a lot more because the location of where your office is. I know this is kind of the heart of Little Saigon.
I am ground zero for the Tet Parade. I typically come the night before, stay in my office.
Really?
Because
you get the best seat in the house.
I have the best seat in the house.
You do?
Yeah, and so I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much. I enjoy seeing the flags, the pageantry, the people, and the devotion to community that I feel here.
I gotta join you next year. I hope we have that again.
I hope so too. I think we will have it this next year. I do. I really think that we will have it by the time it comes around.
Okay. So, I wanted to ask you, because I know you mentioned to me that being an attorney is your second career. What did you do, I would say, in your past life?
Well, I did a lot in my past life. I have a lot of education. I've gone through, most of my career is in medical and medical research. I did a PhD work in physiology and then a postdoctoral fellowship in cell physiology. And I have done writing, and I've been an associate professor at the university, and I did that. I did that for a long time, and then I decided to retire from that. And I spent a couple of years out retiring, and
so you got a degree during retirement? You went back to school during retirement?
I went back to school at the age of 50.
Oh wow!
And so I needed to do something, and so I went back to law school at the age of 50 and graduated, and then passed the bar exam the very first time. But I made a lifestyle decision. And it was important at that time of my life that I would not practice law. So all I do is writing, and I have done writing for trial attorneys and trials, and I've written for state trial level, Court of Appeal level, the Ninth Circuit, and the Supreme Court. I've written briefs on all of those levels, and I enjoy that. What I enjoy most is now the opportunity to work with people and not feel the pressure of an adversarial relationship in litigation. So I really enjoy that. I enjoy getting to know the people that are going to be my clients, and then finding out what they need, and then preparing things for them.
Well, I really feel like, when I sit down with you, you always have this really calm demeanor. And you're always so friendly, and I always feel like we can continue this conversation. But definitely after the commercial break, Greg will have more opportunities to talk. Thưa quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV, hôm nay Julie có hân hạnh có một cái câu hỏi rất là đặc biệt, nói chuyện với Greg Johnson. Greg Johnson là một người luật sư làm cho Little Saigon LSLivingTrust, mà Greg chia sẻ với mình á, là Greg là không có phải làm luật mà phải tránh đối với ai hay cãi với ai, mà Greg làm việc nhiều lúc là viết bài, là giống như viết bài cho giúp cộng đồng của mình. Mà trước khi Greg làm ngành luật, là Greg cũng làm trong ngành y và làm nghiên cứu. Tới 50 tuổi Greg mới đi học lại. Trong cái lúc mà về hưu đó thì Greg đi học lại, lấy cái bằng luật and pass cái bar exam lúc đầu liền. Thì Julie thấy là rất là có nhiều tài. Julie cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV đã tiếp tục theo dõi chương trình kiến thức y khoa gia đình và mạng xã hội. Sau quảng cáo chúng tôi sẽ nói tiếp tục với Gray Johnson.